Good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, good everything, wherever you are. This is Gary Gunn here, live from Malaysia. And firstly, I'd like to thank the guys that's doing a great job right now in the Asian Networkers Conference, especially Shaheen, my good friend. Thank you for inviting me here to share with you all some of my experience, some of my thoughts on today's topic that I'll be presenting that will be on network marketing for millennials, which is really something that's dear in my heart and something that's very relevant for today's workforce as we can see the transition from the baby boomers to the new group of the millennials or the Gen Z, the Gen Y, and all the people. But before we get to that topic, let me just quickly introduce myself so that at least you know where I came from, what's my background, and how I can be of an authority in this particular topic. Okay, so my name is Gary. Once again, I come from a beautiful country called Malaysia, and I've actually been born in a network marketing family. Can you imagine? A lot of people see me in action today and said that I've got very good speaking skills, but actually there's no secret behind it because my journey in network marketing or talking or speaking, public speaking on the stage started as young as I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I'm 5, 6 years old, you know. My parents was very involved in network marketing business. And of course, that's how I started and got involved in this, but not by accident, but because I still remember that I'm not, although academically I wasn't doing bad, but just like any other people out there, we find that there is things that's more than what we are studying, right? Like the normal, you know, the normal academic subjects that are available today, mathematics, English language, geography, history, whatever, things like this. A lot of people today tend to find that this knowledge are not relevant anymore. More so times like this where we are living in the new world, you know. But of course, back then, so I wasn't really doing very well in school, just like literally a little bit above of average. But studying or like, you know, trying to get academic qualification wasn't really my cup of tea. And I always ask a question, and I looked around me during those early 90s, you know, where I see a lot of success stories in Malaysia of entrepreneurs becoming very rich, very successful, but really literally have no academic qualifications behind them. And I still remember the biggest turning point in my life was when I was 19 years old, planning to go overseas for my further studies. Actually, I didn't want to, but I was really madly in love with that particular country. I just wanted to go there and spend my educational years over there. But I got a fateful call from my mentor, my first mentor at that point of time, who also happened to be my uncle. And at that point of time, my uncle in the early 80s was one of the legends in the network marketing industry in Malaysia and in Asia. And then he told me that, Gary, the one of the best, easiest, fastest, most effective way to become successful in life is to follow somebody successful that can show you the way. And that was exactly that decision that I took. It was just like that. It was just like this that I took that decision of changing my life, changing my course of direction. I didn't go overseas to further my study. Instead, I followed him and took the course of becoming a network marketer entrepreneur. And of course, long story short, like they say, everything is history now. After getting involved in this industry for more than 25 years from even schooling days, okay, I'm not very old although, but I can talk on behalf of the millennials because I started my journey literally as a young 19 years old, person going into the real world, into the business world. And that's how I started. And of course, after many experiences in different network marketing companies, getting involved with different types of people, learning the traits of the business, learning the leadership aspect of the business from my mentor and many mentors that came along the way after that. Today, I'm very proud to say that through the journey, I've actually built a network organization across 25 countries with more than 60,000 people. And of course, seeing a lot of people's lives impacted because of what we are doing in this really, really amazing industry. So that's a little bit background of who I am, with literally no education at all. I'm just a high school graduate. In many of my talks, I told people this, you know, a high school graduate literally has no specific or particular special skills, you know, in if you want to go and get a job. I don't think anybody will want in today's standards, I don't think anybody will want to employ a person like me with no particular certification, or any special skills qualification. And number two, no experience, no special context, and more important, no money. You know, there are a lot of people who says you need money to run business, you need money to be an entrepreneur. But at that point of time, nothing. Literally, I came from a very average family. Both my late parents was working individuals. So I realized that making that one decision of going into network marketing as an entrepreneur choice was one of the best decisions that I've made. And today, not only I enjoy life at a very, how should I say, at a very special area, but finance is one of a good thing, but you also see the time aspect, the freedom of choice, health, and the mindset. Things like this just comes in, and it becomes apparent that this is the best, to me, this is the best business in the world. All right. So basically, that's a little bit about myself as my small little short little story. And today my session is basically I'd like to share about this ideal career path for the millennials, okay? The millennials market. Why? Because as you can see, the transition from the baby boomers to the new market workforce, you know, the millennials, the Gen Y, the Gen Z, whatever that group, the age group that you come from. Now, this group of people will be the determining factor of our economic situation in times to come. Do you all agree? I'm very sure you do, right? So how does this group of people impact us, and what are the requirements? What do this group of people look for? Okay, so being a millennials many years ago myself, getting involved in its industry, and now having an organization across 25 countries and getting a chance to work with so many different age groups, especially with the millennials, with the Gen Y, Gen Z, I realized that this group of people are not the same breed as like my generations or or the baby boomers generation. Different, okay? The mindset, the expectation, the availability to knowledge through mobile, the adaptation to new ideas, the execution process, the need for fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment is so different in the millennials workforce compared to the baby boomers or the people, you know, in the past. So one of the few key things that I've listed down, basically about 5 things. There are actually a lot more, but due to time constraint, I just keep it to the 5 main items that I feel network marketing creates the best environment for the millennials or the Gen Y, Gen Z. That's basically how I looked at it. I've done a research on it and spoken to many people who have dealt with the millennials. Okay, so the first one that I've talked a lot about this, and it's really good, is number one, the beauty about network marketing is that it doesn't require any particular specific academic qualification or any paper qualification. Now, traditionally, if you look at how the roadmap goes from the young people going to school, getting qualified in terms of diplomas, degrees, and then going out to look for a job, getting an interview, and then the employer looks at them not from a physical or the mindset point of view, but basically from a paper qualification point of view. From that contrast to what network marketing is all about is so different, because here basically the requirement is you need to have a good attitude, you need to have a good mindset, you are willing to learn, willing to work, That is your qualification, guys. So if you are a millennials and looking at this, I want to tell you this. If today you look at whatever that's happening to you in school, in your college, in your university, and you feel like, oh, there's no more future for you, it's not true. Because look, if this guy here, a high school graduate, can make it, come on, you can have all the opportunity in the world. So in the field of network marketing, we don't even look. Nobody comes to me and I do not even ask them, hey, show me what's your qualification. Show me your degree. I don't want to even see your degree. I don't even want to see any paper qualification. But I want to see your attitude. I want to see, just like the speaker before me, how willing are you? How willing are you to reach out to somebody like me and say, hey, I want to do this. I want to make my dream come true. I want to have this. I want to do this. And I will do whatever it takes, okay, to make my dream come true. Now, that's what we as network marketers are looking for. All right. So you don't need any paper or academic qualification. That's one of the best things. And I always tell people this. Now, I'm not here to judge or to make any comments about our formal education system that's out there, but personally, I feel it is really outdated. It is really obsolete. Now, I've talked about this in all my talks. I said, can you imagine if you go into the forest, you go into the jungle? I happen to live next to a forest, so it's very beautiful. If you happen to go into a forest and you group up all the different types of animals in the forest, let's say you get a fish, you get a monkey, you get an elephant, you get a snake, and you get the tiger, and you put all of them with one examination standard, which is the ability to climb a tree. Guess what? Only probably the monkey will become a champion and he will be the successful one. The fish will feel like it's a failure. The elephant, the tiger, the snake will all feel like they are the losers in life. And that's not a way of how we are supposed to judge human beings, right? Because everybody has their gift. Everybody has their ability to contribute to the world, to bring out the value to the world that is what they are given on in this planet Earth. All right. So the first beauty is in network marketing, you do not need any qualification at all. Okay. Just that will, that gut, that vision, that idea of wanting to succeed. Second, literally, it is such a low startup business. Now, I've been involved in so many different, prior to really jumping in full-time into my network marketing career, I've also dabbled into some different forms of traditional business like printing, publishing, and trying to work some, like what some people call the brick and mortar business. But you know what? Comparing network, if you think you are in a network marketing business and you feel it so difficult, wait until you try to set up a traditional business with nothing. A lot of businesses trying to set up, even before they start, they fail. And even they start, they fail within the 3 years or the first year, whatever it is. Okay, so imagine in network marketing, the entire business process has been taken care for you by the principal company, like the product manufacturing, the R&D, the staffing, the accounting, the setting up of businesses. If you are involved in like a business like mine that has businesses in 37 different countries, they have already set up everything for you. All you need to do is just handle one small little portion of the business factor called sales and marketing. What other business gives you such amazing benefit like what network marketing? So this is very ideal for the young millennials because probably you do not have much experience, you don't have any contact. This is where you can start. You can fail as much as you want, you can do as many mistakes as you want, and yet you don't get to lose like the big losers that really lose in the big world that is running the traditional type of business. Amazing, right? So that's the number 2. Number 3, I always tell people this, and this was endorsed by one of my mentors in America. His name is Eric Worre, the man who founded GoPro network marketing. And he talks about this, which I love a lot. Okay. Now, a lot of people thought network marketing is just another business. You have a product, you just go out there and sell. No. Actually, the thing that really appealed to the millennials and Gen Y, Gen Z market today is the fact that network marketing is actually a self-development program disguised in a business outfit. Okay, I want to repeat this again. The network marketing industry is actually a self-development program disguised in a business outfit. What it simply means is actually it is the best way for self-development. If you like to develop yourself, especially for all the millennials right now you're watching this, if you want to develop yourself from a nobody, from somebody with low self-esteem, you can't speak in public, you can't even look somebody in the eye and talk to them properly, this, my friend, is the best self-development. If you are a parent and you have some children, you have some kids with you, you want them to grow up confidently, to be able to speak with public, speak to strangers and things like that. Bring them to a network marketing event. I'm telling you, this is the best self-development program you can ever find. And you have coaches, mentors that are ready to really take you and fly with you. So it's really amazing. The fourth one that I like to talk is, a lot of millennials today have a different objective. It's not like those days, my type of generation, a lot of people are just talking about, I want to make money, I want to make $1 million, a 10 million, 100 million, you know. But today, if you talk to a lot of these millennials, apart from just money, they're not just interested of wanting to make the money. They want to have a sense of spiritual fulfillment, that is how they can impact the world with what they have, how they can bring more value to the world, to the society, to the people around, how they can save and change the world. That's what millennials are talking. It's not just only about, okay, I give you this amount of money, you do something for me. They're not interested about that. You know why? Because now today, with information, everything on the internet, they can make money anytime. They can just press a button. They can be a drop shipper. They can be whatever you call it, affiliate marketing. They can just make money. But today, they want sense of fulfillment. They want to impact the world. Network marketing actually gives you that potential to really impact not just yourself, not just the people around you, but the whole world through a network of people. So it's really amazing. But the most important, which after talking to so many millennials through my journey in this business and this industry, I realized the last one, which I'm going to talk a lot about, is something, I love the movie called Braveheart. I'm not sure if you have watched it. It was acted by Mel Gibson. Is about this guy called William Wallace, who fought for the freedom for, I don't know, was it Scotland? Yeah, it was Scotland from England. And he talked about freedom. Nelson Mandela stayed in jail for so many years for this whole word called freedom. And guys, if you are looking in this in this video and you have been hearing me talk for a few minutes now, ask yourself this question. What is more important in your life now? Is it just about study, going to get a job, or you are having a job, going to work, or is it getting your freedom back? Okay, people have died for this word called freedom, and everybody wants freedom. Imagine if tomorrow you wake up, today is Monday, it's National Day here in Malaysia, but it's a public holiday, but tomorrow, a lot of people dread to wake up. Why? Because they do not have the freedom that they want. They can have all the qualification that they have. They can make the money that they want in their career, but they don't have freedom. Okay. Now, network marketing is one of those very rare industry that not only pays us very well financially, but it actually gives us freedom if you are doing it right with a proper system, with a proper team, with a proper mentor. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you are watching this as a millennial, you want to think of freedom, because I always say this, and I did this many times in my talks all over the world. And especially, I still remember I did this in the Philippines. I took out 1,000 peso, 1,000 peso. And I know I'm not allowed to do this legally, because I was told it was not right by law. I took out 1,000 peso and I tore that to half. I tore it into half. Okay. And I asked that participant, how much is it now? And the answer is correct. It is a worthless piece of paper. So you can spend your entire life just chasing after these two pieces of paper, which is truly worthless, if you don't have that freedom. And my friend, if you are millennials, or actually if you are any age group for that matter, and you're looking for this word called freedom, network marketing is the best vehicle that can actually give you that. All right. So Mark, if you are still there, I've shared my 5 tips on network marketing for the millennials. If there's any questions or anything that anybody wants to ask, yeah, just feel free to shoot over here, man.
I'm still here. I've been listening to your session. So actually, we have some questions here for you.
Awesome.
From the listeners. Okay, so what will be your main advice for new network marketers? Because a lot of these people do not really have a good idea or a good background about network marketing?
Well, frankly speaking, my advice is this. It's very simple. Network marketing is just like any other career. It's like becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer, becoming a dentist, becoming an engineer. You need to learn the trade. So you need to go to school, you need to learn, you need to actually do it, fail, do it again, and all these things. But one of the first thing that you guys, if you are listening to this, is remember you want to look out for people who made it. Okay, and with social media, with Facebook and Instagram, you can really see, because you can't lie by the pictures. Okay, if you come to my Facebook and you see the things that I do, then you will know, you will actually able to size me up. Am I successful? Am I the leader you want to follow? That's very important. So follow somebody who have the results that you want and actually really do the things that they are doing. Follow them, be with them, talk like them. I still remember when I was following my mentor, I was literally talking like him. So to that point, yeah. So you need to get yourself a mentor, follow them, find a system that works and follow it.
Okay, great. So now another question is, what was the most difficult thing for you when you try to recruit people into network marketing?
Well, to me, in the early days, I find the word difficult is because I realized that how come a lot of people don't think like me? But then again, along the way, along the years, I realized that it becomes not any more difficult, because at the end of the day, now I am just putting the message out to people and they are coming to me. So when you say having difficulty recruiting, it's still you are pushing. Like you are saying, hey, you must be a doctor. I don't care. You must be a doctor. But guess what? Not everybody wants to be a doctor. Not everybody wants to be a network marketer, right? So what we do now is I am putting out this message out. Do you want freedom? Do you want residual income? Do you want a chance to impact the world? Do you want to have better wealth, better health, peace of mind, things like this? So if you are the guy that wants it, you come to me. So it's now, especially now with social media, it's even more easier. You come to me, then I'm trying to say, hey, join me. Because there's 6 billion people in this world. I can't get anybody. I can't train everybody, even if they want to, right? So yeah. So remember, guys, if you are listening to this, not everybody will want the same thing like what you have, but somebody out there will want. So your role is to look for that one person. And if that guy is not that, if that guy is not that perfect match for you, it's okay. Next. Just go on next. Somebody will join you someday that wants the things that you have. Got it?
All right. Thank you very much for that one. And I think this has been a very inspiring session, especially for those young people, millennials, Generation C people, actually for everybody, because this is not just for the young ones, but also for those who are already in the industry.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so we hope to see you again, Mr. Gan, and the next Asian Networkers Convention and Expo, and hopefully we can do it live next year when everything about the pandemic is finished or it's done.
My pleasure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.